within their community as the other children do, especially one with a wonderful record of children's achievements like at Crowland. We are basically dealing with two different and separate communities here. The urban community of East Welland in the city, where the children of Princess Elizabeth, Empire, Plymouth, and Matthews will have the opportunity to stay in their local geographic area with their friends, where they can have the opportunity to form the long-lasting friendships which can last a lifetime. Then you have the rural portion of East Welland, where our families and children are being asked to change the way they live in our community and disband our local school and scatter our children all over the place so they can get an education. Again, I say that only 3 out of the 49 families who responded to our survey said that their kids would go to Matthews if Crowland was to close. Thus, our children will not have the chance to stay with their friends because of the politically driven decision to close their school. Isn't that what the education system is supposed to be about? Not simply ensuring a maximum return on investment? Why should our children's right to continue to achieve be discounted? Our children's right to continue to stay together with their friends that they have been with since JK? Why should our children be forced on a bus for hours a day when there are alternatives? Extending the current busing to ship these children into Welland is neither green nor is it beneficial to anyone, not to mention extremely costly. As you will note, these costs have not yet been calculated according to the staff report. They are simply to be determined. I am a business person and have been employed for myself my entire adult life. It became very clear to us throughout the ARC process that we are not really talking about the well-being of the child or the student, but it's really about dollars and cents. You trustees now need to do the math. You will not have the funding you require based on our survey results if all of the children do not attend the new school at Matthews. If you, the trustees, do decide to close Crowland and expect us to bring our kids to Matthews, you are sadly mistaken. So sharpen your pencils and get out your calculators and remember your accountability to the taxpayers if you overspend on this new school, which will be empty without the Crowland students. We would also like to point out that keeping Plymouth is simply not a long-term solution. If enrollment continued to decline and another school was to close in East Welland, it would most certainly be Plymouth. We understand that there was a concern if Plymouth were to close, there is an easy choice for those children to attend nearby St. Mary's School. This has always been an option, a choice. However, if Crowland were to close, all the closest schools are Catholic schools. Their situation is really no different. The DSBN would be losing financially. Is that what you as trustees really want? Do the ARC committee anticipate that this may be an outcome of this process, to lose the students to another board? We desire a win-win situation. To close Crowland is a lose-lose. If you are to close Plymouth, it is not a lose-lose situation. The children would not have to move far, homes would not lose their property values, a community would not be destroyed. The children would attend a new school in a nearby area. They would move to a school with a similar level of academic achievement. It will still be a win-win for the DSBN and the community, especially when one looks down the road and realizes there is the potential that Plymouth may be closed eventually and the children sent to Matthews anyways. So build your new school on the Matthews site. They need one. The building is old and certainly showing its age and not accessible for handicapped children or parents. Include the Plymouth kids, but don't include the Crowland in your numbers. We are evidently not going. We are willing to work with the board to find solutions to meet the current challenges. These may include amalgamating bus routes, boundary changes, having children from other schools attend Crowland, looking at funding alternatives. We are very open to thinking outside the box to maintain a win-win situation. Yes, we are a small rural school. Our small rural community has existed for hundreds of years and deserves to continue. Our community deserves to keep its school. We have been good customers of the DSBN and would like to continue to receive the same level of service rather than being forced to shop elsewhere. Going through the ARC process, we were fortunate enough to have the minister from our local church get involved in our attempts to keep our school open. He spoke to the ARC committee about the responsibility that we, as the parents of Crowland, have to our children to fight this battle for them. He spoke about the role model we demonstrate to our children for fighting for what is right and for what we believe in. We, the parents of Crowland, have done just that. We have fought long and hard since last September to be heard. We have used all of our resources to be heard. We have done what we owe to our children. They have a right to have the school in their beautiful little community where they can peacefully ride their bike to school on a country road without fear. And we as parents deserve, in our democratic rights, to keep in our community an institution that drew us to live in the Cooks Mills area in the first place. We hold our heads up high and know we have fought a fight of a lifetime for our children, our friends, our neighbors, and all who live beside us in rural East Welland. Our fight will continue until we are heard. Thank you.